Good morning, everyone. My name is Mary, and welcome to the Art of Cooking. Today I'm going to make some Italian spaghetti, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. I use turkey ground beef instead of beef. Turkey is really good. Try it. Don't knock it. Just try it. So here's the turkey. And I'm going to be chopping up some bell peppers with onion. Let me move this out the way. This is not good for me. So I'm going to be chopping up some bell peppers and onions in my processor. All I do is turn it on. And that's done. See, simply. So I'm going to use garlic, salt, garlic, minced garlic, garlic pepper, oregano, Italian seasoning, onion powder, black pepper, salt. I like the thick spaghetti, Barilla's thick spaghetti. I like that. And I'm going to use 1 pack of spaghetti sauce seasoning Lawry's. My cheeses are going to be the 6 Italian cheeses, the Mexican cheddar, Colby Jack cheese, triple cheddar. That's something that I had left over. I'm going to throw in there. And this is going to be the Mexican 4 cheese. So, my sauces. I add to my sauces, but these are some of the sauces that I use that I've had left over. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spice them up a little bit. You'll see how I'll spice it up later on in the video. So I use Barilla tomato basil and Prego traditional. And you can use the classical 4 cheeses, and you can use Prego fresh mushrooms if you like. Also, Prego comes in like onion, basil, and tomatoes. They have chunky. They have just the basil by itself. They have, so you can just pick whatever sauces you like, because like I said, I'm gonna spice mine up anyway. So I have my water here for my pasta. I have my sausages already diced up that I put off in there. And let's get started. Again, I say welcome to Mary's Art of Cooking. And we're going to get started now. So I'm turning on my... So I'm going to let this water boil. I'm going to let this start cooking. The pot going to heat up. But before, what I like to do, I like to put my bell pepper off into my meat. I like to squeeze it off into my meat, so it's not separated. It's cooked off into the meat, and it gives the meat seasoning. And I like to do this before it starts getting hot. So you can put it in a bowl and do it. You can do it on the stove and do it. Doesn't matter. However way you want to do it. Okay. So I'm gonna turn my water on here. Wash my hands a little bit. And then I like to add a little seasoning into this while it's cooking. My black pepper, garlic salt, onion powder. I don't measure. I just go by eye because I have done it so long. And garlic powder. And here I have minced garlic. Let me tell you something. Spaghetti tastes good. It's all in your seasoning. And I just use just like a little fork full of garlic. Because as I say, this is minced garlic. And you can still like stir it up in here. It's okay. It's not hot, that hot. And with the top, it's like warm. Looking for my spoon. Forgot to put my spoon over here. So we're going to stir this around while that is boiling. And while the water is boiling, I'm going to put my salt off into my pot. Because you know what? Noodles are really good when you put salt in the noodles. Have them already cooked with salt. That way you don't have to use too much salt. Okay. Let me show you how this is looking. This is how it's looking. Sorry I have to move the video around, but you can tell my appliances and stuff, they're very high, so I'm gonna have to find another way of getting you to see how this cooking stuff gonna do, but you get the gist of it. So I'm gonna put you back here now that you've seen that and the water's still boiling. So all I'm gonna do is make sure this is cooked thoroughly. You talking about some good eating. I've had people say they don't like turkey spaghetti. It depends on who's the cook. Because turkey spaghetti is good. It's really good. And like I say, you have to know the seasoning, how to season it, and bring those seasonings together. So in here, I repeat again, I have onion, I have bell pepper, I have minced garlic, I have garlic salt, I have seasoned salt. Oh, I lied, so let me put some seasoned salt off in here so I won't be lying. Now I got seasoned salt. How y'all like that? And seasoned salt and black pepper and onion powder. So I'm just going to cook this until it gets, like I said, thoroughly cooked. And after that, the water is boiling for the pasta. You can see the smoke coming up. You see the little bubbles? All right. Now that means we're getting ready. And it hadn't been a good 5 minutes. Because I talked to about 2, so it says it's 8 minutes now. But you know what? Making spaghetti can be easy and it can be fun. I love to cook, so we're going to do the fun part. And put some more, the rest of these bell peppers in here. Because this is going to give it your flavor. It gives it your flavor. And I like that onion. Look at that. Look at these onions. I like the onion. The onion is what takes away the taste of that turkey. Onion and the bell peppers. I'm telling you. And when it cook down, you won't even notice that they're in there. But it is so good. I've had people say, oh, I don't eat turkey spaghetti. I don't eat turkey. I like beef. Beef is good. Yeah, beef is good. I agree. But turkey is better for you. And once they taste the turkey, they don't care which one they eat. It's good. So while this is cooking down the bell pepper and the onion, I'm going to open up my pasta and I'm going to put it in the boiling water. But before I put it in the boiling water, let me tell you what else I do. So, 1 second. I'm looking for my oil. You're going to put some oil off in here. Any kind of oil will do. But you're going to put oil in it. It'll keep it from sticking. That's it. You don't have to measure, just pour. And it'll look just like this. So when you put the spaghetti in there, it'll coat it. Okay? There you go. Some people break their pasta. Some people leave them whole. Either way, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's still gonna get ate. It eats the same. So just put it in there. And because I'm asking my kids to come over, I like to use at least one and a half. Two is a lot. Two is really a lot. Two, I could feed the homeless. I could feed my goddad. I could feed my father-in-law. It's a lot. And my family will still have some put up. So what you want to do is make sure this meat is really done and seasoned well. So I'm going to add a little bit more black pepper. Because if you got a husband like I have, he can't seem to taste the black pepper. So I'm going to put a little more black pepper in it. But like I say, it's to your seasoning. But this is some good stuff right here. Okay. The onions are becoming transparent. That's what we want. So we're going to let that cook right there. All right, look like I got to get a different one from back here. Let me rinse this one off. And this is my spaghetti. Let me rinse this off. This is my spaghetti spoon. I'm just going to rotate them in there. Can you see me just rotating them to make sure that oil get in there and they don't stick? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Let's play with that a little bit. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share. How's everybody doing in this COVID day? Pandemic. Hope you're staying safe. Don't forget to wear your mask. So many people are dying. Keeping your family safe is very important. Very important. All right, this is looking good, y'all. Let me show you how it's looking. Let me show you how it's looking. Look at that. See that? It's becoming transparent. I like that. Look at the onion. See? I told you, you wouldn't be able to see much of that. But it's going to bring some good flavor. Okay. All right. Let's put you back over here. Keep you looking at the cooking. All right. So you're going to check your pasta. Pasta coming along. Looking really good. So what I'm about to do is I need a saucepan. Yeah, they say, I'm okay, I have so many pans in my cabinet, so when you go to get what you need, you basically have to filter through what you need. This is my saucepan. Put that on the oven, on the stove. As I continue to do this, I don't need to taste the meat because I know I put enough salt in there. Now I'm going to just put this over here into the saucepan. And then you're going to check your pasta. See how nicely that's coming along? You should not have to overcook your pasta because when you put it in the oven, the pasta is going to cook a little more. You know you can prep your food ahead of time, right? That'll save more time. So I'm going to put in the sausages in the same pot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them so that I can get a lot of that oil out of it. Look at the noodles. Look at that noodle. Says limp like a noodle, yes it is. It's all right. Working it out. Yes, it's limp like a noodle. All right, good job. Okay, so you see none of them are sticky. And it's only because of the oil that you put up into your pot. It'll keep your noodles from sticking. And who likes some clumpy noodles? Not I, said Mary. So we're going to do that. I like for my sausages to be brown. I guess I can move this over here and bring that over here because you probably can see it better, huh? Let's rotate. Let's see if I can rotate some of this stuff. I'm going to put that up there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it. Just move it on over here. Bring this one on down here. That's it. I'll leave that right there. Let's put the pasta back over here. You don't need that. And now you can hear it. You can hear it. See how it's saying, yes, I'm getting cooked. Cook me, Mary, cook me. So let me check my noodles while this is cooking. And what I want my noodles to do is to be able to break apart. So what I'm going to do is like cook this a little bit more, probably less than a minute more. Because like I said, I don't want it really soft because it's going to get soft when you cook it more. I mean, I don't want it really mushy soft. I still like it firm soft. You want to be able to eat your pasta really good. I mean, if you don't have teeth, I understand. You can make it softer. Or if you have dentures or something, maybe your teeth you know, just like soft stuff. Most people like soft stuff. Because I know my husband loves soft noodles. Everything, make it overcooked. Look like baby food almost. The noodles and the rice. And me, I'm just a texture person. I like texture. So if you're a texture person, you don't have to cook it that overly cooked. But if you're a soft person, you can overly cook it because that's the way you like it. And do it just the way you like it. No problem. It's, as Tabitha say, it's your business. Right? I love that. It is. You the one have to eat it. Nobody else has to eat it but you. So make your palate happy. I'm just gonna get, you see that oil? See, that's exactly what I want. I want that oil out of there. Okay, so we're back to our pasta. I'm gonna take one and I'm gonna test it. Most people throw it against the wall. I'm not throwing no pasta against the wall. I'm gonna eat it. A little bit more. And by tasting it, you can tell you need a little more salt in your pasta. Because it still tastes like not seasoned. But I guarantee you it'll be alright now. And it's sticking to my teeth, so I'm going to let it cook a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Some of you all would like to have the sausages light. I like to brown mine. I like them a nice coated brown. And you can leave the skin on the sausages if you like, or you can take the skin off. I like to take my skin off. That way you don't have to chew through that casing. I don't want to have to stop to pull nothing out of my mouth. How many of you guys ever had to do that? I don't want to have to do that. So, I take the casing off, and you can eat. That smells really good, I'm telling you. If this camera had a smell, it'd be all right. So, let's turn these over one more time. I'm wasting on my stove, man. I gotta clean that up. So, okay, that looks really good. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn that off. And let me find my... Do I have time for finding my strainer, man? I'm just gonna take it right on over here. Just pour that on off. Some people wash off their noodles, but I wouldn't suggest it because when you wash off your noodles, you pretty much cool them down. And when you cool down your noodles, you just take off that stuff that keeps it from the sauce and stuff to heating to it. You want it to stick. Okay, so these are coming along pretty good. Let me move this out the way, bring this up front, move that out the way. Let me move that back there. Let me start this. Time to start our sauce. So, what I'm going to do is put the cream of mushroom in first. can put anyone in. It don't matter. I just said that so I don't want it to stick to the bottom of the pot, the pan. There you go. And I'm going to turn this down low. And I'm going to get back over here because I definitely don't want my sausages burnt. Let's see how pretty this looks after I finish. Good job. All right, let me get another spoon. And I'm going to go ahead on and stir that a little bit so that sauce can get in there. So, what I do is I have basil. Sorry. I have basil. And I sprinkle basil off in there. I want the whole bay leaves. I have thyme. Okay. Give me a sec. As you can see how they're browning? I like how they're browning. And the next step you'll see is me adding them into my saucepan. But for right now, I'm going to let them cook a little bit more because I like the browning. Okay? All right. And here I have a little thyme. I just put just a little in it. Because that's not my main seasoning. My Italian will be it. I don't measure, you guys. I just go by eye. Also use oregano. Doesn't matter which oregano you use. And here's my Italian seasoning. Somebody said, girl, you sure put a lot of seasoning in it, Italian seasoning. But look, let me tell you something. When you start making that sauce, it's going to get lost in the mix. Trust me. It will get lost in the mix. Okay? So, now, while that is cooking, you can put your tomato basil. Now that the sausages are done the way I want them, I just add that off into the pot. I lift my skillet up so I don't have to get that oil. Because, you know, I don't like no oily spaghetti. Some people pour the oil in from the sausages right into the pot of spaghetti. Yeah, not me. It's too much fat. So And you can wash them off if you like, but don't try to drown them in the water. Just lightly wash them off if you don't want the fat. Let me pour this out. Now, I'm going to bring this over here so we can see better. Put that spoon in here, and I'll turn this off. Let me toss this spaghetti so it don't get stuck. Some people put extra virgin olive oil on their pasta. That's okay, that's fine. I don't do it, but it's okay. You can put extra virgin olive oil, ain't nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. So, I'm sprinkling 2 tablespoons of sugar. And that's going to cut that tomato taste. If you like your spaghetti sweet like syrup, you use however amount of sugar you like. Because I know people who will not eat spaghetti if it's not sweet like syrup. Sorry I was out of the video. But I know people that'll eat spaghetti that's not sweet like syrup. That's not my party. But yeah, if you like it sweet, it's okay. But I just put the sugar in so it can cut some of that acid of the tomatoes. And I'm just going to taste it, just for taste right now. And see what all I need to add. And mostly what I'm looking for is my Italian seasoning taste, my garlic taste, that type. When I tell you this is good, y'all better hear me. Hear me. Vicky Wine said, you hear me when I say, long as I got King Jesus, long as I got King Jesus, don't need nobody else. I'm going to add the other one. Like I said, I don't like mine dry. And I'm going to let you see over in the pot that it's not drowning because I put a lot of meat. And I won't add water to this one. Okay. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of how I look over in here. You see that meat? It's a lot of meat. See what I'm saying? It's a lot of meat. So I'm going to put you right back. And I do need some black pepper. That I know for sure. A little black pepper. So, a little garlic salt. You're just repeating it to your seasoning. Some people don't like a lot of salt. Some people don't like, because of high blood pressure or whatever. You just repeat your seasoning to taste. And you're going to let that simmer. And I guarantee you'll be hollering, girl, this is some good stuff. So I'm going to let this simmer a little bit. And you notice I didn't put the 4 cheeses in there. I didn't put the 4 cheeses. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Prego traditional sauce. And you can if you made enough, made too much sauce, You can freeze it. And I'm telling you, you can use it next time. It's really good. Okay. And here is the time if you want to, because it is simmering, you can add some more of your garlic and bell pepper. Your onion, and your onions. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. Because mostly everything you added in your sauce had garlic, or I did the garlic powder. So let me let you see how it's looking. And you're just going to let it simmer. Look at that. So we're going to let the onion and stuff simmer. And we're going to put this buddy in the sink. And you're going to get another one. Because I need to taste the seasoning. That's all I'm concerned about. The meat is going to give it the salt and this. I just need to taste the seasoning. Perfect. Perfect. So now all I'm doing now is I'm allowing my sauce to simmer, just so that I can get those bell pepper and the onion and stuff cooked off in there to give it more season, more flavor. And then you're gonna see me put the noodle, the sauce into the noodle, and then I'm gonna add the cheeses, and we're done. And if you notice, it's not an hour. It's just 37 minutes, and you're done. Most people, it takes a long time to make pasta, but nope. All you have to do is just come in here and do what you need to do and get it over with. And I'm gonna do this to finish the end, so that you'll see that, you know, it's being cooked. I don't have that one that's I pull out the oven. This is the finish. I don't have that. So just bear with me, and we're gonna work this together. We're gonna get through this together. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. And some people don't like their pasta sauce mixed into the pasta. They like to put it on top. Not me. I like to put mine in. I don't want to have to do no work. Just eat. Just eat, 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 eat. All right, you still with me, right? Okay, so we're going to finish this up. Let me see something. I guess I can just bring my chair and sit. All right, I'm gonna sit here and just wait with you. And I can stare while I'm sitting. Just rotating the heat. Looks really good, doesn't it? Look almost like chili, huh? It's so good and thick. Look at that. Look at that. Looks so good. It's gonna taste so good. Ooh. It's gonna taste so good. I'm telling you, you guys have to try this, really. Try it. Step by step. And I'll put that right there. And I'll wait. How many of you all have children? I have 4. They're grown though. I have 9 grandkids. And they do come to eat, trust me. And then one day when I get time, I'm going to do my smothered ribs step by step. But that's a long process. And I don't know how many of you guys are going to stick to it through the end, because I don't know how to edit and cut and all that stuff. But I do know that if you want to learn something and you adamant about learning it, time is no essence. I mean, you know, it's okay. Yep. That looks good. Look at that. And what you're doing is you basically just letting the flavor get into the meat. You letting your sausages cook into the sauce, where to give it a taste that, ooh, heaven knows. You eat the sauce just for breakfast. A little bit more, because I still have a little crunch. I know they say you shouldn't overcook your vegetables, but how many of us still do? You can see that it's not done. The vegetable is not cooked because it's green. It's still green. Almost though. When they get a little dark, like a little pale green, then you know it's soft. Now when the onion becomes transparent, so I'm gonna get ready to turn on my oven. I'm gonna put it to, some people put 350, some people put 375, but I like to put mine on 400 because the food is already done. Only thing you get ready to do is just melt the cheese. That's it. That's it. Just melt that cheese. Okay, here we go. So what I do is I put a little more salt on my pasta. That's it. That's it, Polly. That's it right there. And then when I get ready to mix it up, I need my pasta fork. Oh, duh. I hope this is enough hot, because usually I do a bigger roasting pan. Lord, please let this be enough. Okay, so I could turn this off. And let me, where's my ladle? Did I get my ladle? I had to switch over my little spoons because me and plastic, we don't do too well. Man, we don't do too well. So I do have my ladle. I'm just coming over. And as you notice, I just put, okay, let me try it this way. Let me try it this way. Bring this way. Just reverse the pots. I'm going to ladle it in. And I'm going to take my metal spoon and I'm going to mix. Because I like for it to be mixed in. Look at that. Chunks of meat. Tell you the truth. And them kids say it's something kind of good. And you're going to stir that in. I'll let you see how that's looking. I know it's steamy. But all I'm doing is just stirring it in so it'll get all into the pasta. Okay. And I have plenty of sauce, so well won't run dry. Because I don't like dry pasta. You good, dog?
I need to go back there and see. They said they didn't get a result. I need to go and take the.
Oh, okay. All right. That was my husband letting me know he had to go somewhere to his job. So, all right, buddy. Goodbye, Santa. Look at him, y'all. Look at him. If this don't look good, I eat you. Look at that. See what I'm talking about? It's good. And I have only a little bit left. So you know what I'm about to do. I'm still going to put that right on top of that pasta. And I'm going to go on and take that on out of here and put it right on in the pot. Have you ever went to a restaurant and they gave you, and you order pasta, and the pasta, all you can see is the pasta? I don't like that. This is what I like to see. See that? That looks really, really good. Shake that around in there. See? That looks really good. So I'm going to put you back up on here. And guess what? We're going to start adding our cheese. So I'm going to start with the one that's already open, which is the Kraft Mexican cheese. And you just put it on top. And if you like my kids, they love cheese. Man, they love cheese. And then I'm going to use the triple cheese. So it's like 7 different cheeses I use on my pasta. So if you want to, you can call it the 7 cheese pasta. Oh my goodness. Some people use Gouda cheese. The Gouda smoked cheese is really good. And I think somebody said Papalonia. Somebody can't pronounce. I don't like to use. How you like that? I'm gonna use Colby Jack. And also I use pepper jack as well. But I didn't have that in my refrigerator today, and I did not want to go to the store. So I'm only using what I have right now. And that will be, it's a thicker, coarser cheese. And all the cheeses that I'm using right now, they melt well. And then I'm going to use some the Italian 6 cheeses by Sargento. And then I'm done. Because guess what? That's just going to give it that Italian flavor. That's all. Enhance the flavor that is already in there. And all this is to your liking. If you're a cheesy person, go for what you know. And I'm going to use all this because I have another bag, and I know I won't use it until a later date. So, just rub the cheese evenly. That's all you got to do. Then I'm going to tell you what I did. And we know cheese has salt already, right? So, somebody's saying, "Ooh, that spaghetti gonna be seasoned." It really is. And it's gonna taste really good. Ooh, I opened up the wrong one. So that's okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take that black pepper and evenly dispense it all over. And hopefully my husband will get that one where that spot is. Because he always talking about this. No black pepper, no black pepper. Now he can't say that because look, I opened the wrong one. But nevertheless, that's going to be pretty good. It blended in well. All I did was take in it and just blend it in. That's it. Just blend it in. And when you get it in your plate, just stir it up. That's all you gotta do. So now I'm gonna put this in the oven, but I'm looking for something. Oh, here. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my top to go on it. And here we go into the oven. All right, so that's the oven. I don't know if you want to wait with me this long or how you want to do it now that it's in the oven. But I can come back and download the I guess, 2 videos. Like, I don't know. You guys tell me if you want to wait or if you just want to just sign off and then come back. That way I don't hold you too long. So we'll sign off, okay? Thank you for tuning in to Mary's Art of Cooking. God bless you. Stay safe. And remember, Jesus loves you.